Hey guys, and welcome back to another tutorial video. So as promised, I'm going to be doing a new series where I show you guys how to make some game logos such as Battlefield and Call of Duty. So I'm going to be starting with the Black Ops 2 style logo today, and as you can see here, I've already made a demo of how I've made mine. So we're going to start up a new document and recreate something similar to this, which you guys can follow along and make as well. So I'm going to create a new document, and I'm going to make it 1920 by 1080 pixels. And a resolution of 300. Let's get all that detail in there. So we're going to make the background black straight away, simple as, and we're going to bring out our guides into the center. There we go, horizontally and vertically. And now for the fonts you're going to be needing today, we're going to be needing Impact, which should already be on your machine, and we're going to need Bank Gothic, and I'll leave a download link to that in the description. So first off, we're going to be using Impact. Just create the word call all in capitals, and just make sure it's the right size to fit on your screen. Just bring it down here. There we go. Make it a little bit smaller. And I'm just going to duplicate that by holding down Control and pressing J, bringing it over and changing it to duty. Again, all in capitals. So we're going to duplicate it again. And bring it over and make the word, the words, you know what I mean, off. And bring that down again to about a third of the size. Position it, I'm just going to reduce it again. In terms of sizes and measurements, guys, it depends on your document size, so I can't give exact measurements. So we've got the word Call of Duty, and already you can notice this is starting to look like the Call of Duty logo. So there's no modifications that we need to make to this part of the text. However, we're now going to create the Black Ops 2 text, and there is some modifications that need to be made to that. So we're going to create a text layer again, where it says Black Ops 2. Oops, my bad, I need to create a new text layer instead of editing that one. There we go, Black Ops. Just going to position this, and then change the font to Bank Gothic. There we go, I'm just going to reduce the size slightly, so we can see it all. And we need to reduce the spacing of these letters so that they're all closer together. We need to get it to the point where the letter A and L kind of combine here at the bottom of the L. So if we select the text and we go to Window and we see if we've got our character panel open, we haven't got the tick there, so I'm just going to open it. And as you can see, it brings up a box here to the right, so we're just going to reduce the spacing until the A and the L are combined. There we go. That looks about right. So now I'm going to position it again, and I'm going to align mine to the left. There we go. And now what we need to be doing is rasterizing it, so changing these words to an image. So I'm going to right click on it and go to Rasterize Type, so our Black Ops text is now an image rather than being text. And we're now going to zoom into it and start editing it. So we're going to start off with the letter C, as it's the easiest. I'm just going to cap off these pointy outy bits. A bit too much there. There we go. And now we need to do the similar thing to the letter S. Once I finish, one sec. There we go. Similar thing to the letter S, so we just cut off the pointy outy bits. Nothing else to call them. There we go. And again to the bottom. Now we need to be doing the B and the P as they're the next easiest. So we're just going to select a little slice and cut it out of the horizontal line. And we do the same to the P. There are some semi-translucent lines which can make it look a little bit messy, which is what I'm removing right now. It's optional. It's not very visible from a distance, but I'd rather be neat and safe than sorry. So just going to do the same thing to the P. Just cut out, oops, need to get it exact, there we go, cut out a little section of the horizontal line. Zoom out. And there we go, so only a couple more letters now, we need to do the K and the A. So to do the A, it's pretty easy still. We're going to be selecting our Polygon Lasso tool, so if you find it under the Marquee tool, so there we go. And I'm just going to select the inner part of the triangle, so I'm just going to select the top middle part and the bottom left. And the bottom right. and finish it off by selecting the first one again. And hit delete, and you can see it should have removed the horizontal line in the middle. I haven't been quite as neat as I should have done. One sec. There we go. I didn't... There we go, my bad, sorry, I fixed it. So we've now almost finished our Black Ops 2 text, the shape of it, which we need to finish off the K. This is the one where it gets a little bit tricky, so we need to be continuing this diagonal line down so it fills up a tiny little part here. So we're going to select the top right of the K up here, and we're going to bring it down, following the line down, so not lower, not higher. We need to continue the diagonal line down. And then we need to select this area here. There we go, and just fill it with white, as we've got white text at the moment. And now we should be doing a similar thing where we're cutting off the bottom part of the K. So we select the point here where the bottom part meets the horizontal line, and we'll bring down it down diagonally to the bottom left, and just delete it. So as you can see, if we zoom out, it now looks like the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 logo, excluding the number 2. So I'm just going to reduce the size of this, bring it towards the middle, and now we're going to bring in the number 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the Black Ops 2 image, and we're just going to copy the number 2 from it. There we go. So it's your choice whether you use number 2. As you can see, in my previous design, I used just the letters UK in my name. And you can be doing any of your words for this. You don't have to be using the Call of Duty, the Black Ops text. So I'm just going to line this all to the center and group it. So now we can start editing it a little more. So the first thing I like to do is create a new layer above it and go to fill it with any color, preferably black or white, and just go to filter, render, clouds, and it creates a nice cloud effect. So we're just going to make this layer effect lighten, so only the white goes through and the black becomes transparent. And then we're going to reduce the opacity down to about 10%. If we zoom into 100%, you can see that it's creating a nice smoke effect, which has been used on Black Ops logos before, on the wallpapers. And now, from here on, it's up to you what you do. I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I did with this design here. What I did is I changed the white to a gradient, from a grey to a white. So we're just going to do that now by going to the layer styles of each text layer. So we're going to go to gradient overlay. I'm going to select one of my presets, but you can make yours up from a light grey to a white. There we go, and there we go, click OK. And rather than having to do this to each individual layer, I'm going to right click on the layer and go to copy layer style, and then I'm going to select the ones which I want to copy it to. So I'm going to select duty, call, and the word Black Ops. So we're just going to right click, and once you select them, we're going to right click them and go to paste layer style, and it applies the layer style to all of the layers selected. So we're just going to minimize them now so we don't have them panels open, and we're going to start doing some of our cracks effect. So as you can see, I've got cracked text here, which looks pretty nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to need to make, rather so the cracks don't go outside of the text, we need to create a marquee for our selection. So to do this, I'm just going to select all of the text so far. I'm going to duplicate it by holding down Control and pressing J, and before I deselect it, I'm going to hold down Control and press E. So now we've got that everything combined into one layer. So we're just going to hide it and select the pixels. You can do this by right clicking on the preview and going to select pixels. And as you can see, the marquee has made a selection around absolutely everything. So I'm just going to go to new layer, and we're going to start doing some cracks. I'll leave the brushes for these in the description below. They're very useful, you can use them for tons of different types of designs. And I'm just going to start creating some cracks. There we go. So for these ones, I'm going to reduce the opacity down quite a lot. Very low, in fact, about 15%. I'm going to create a new layer, not getting rid of the marquee tool. Just going to do it again, but fewer this time, much more closer to the edges. And we could reduce the opacity down to about 50%. And lastly, we're going to do this one more time, even closer to the edges. And we're just going to leave it as the 100% opacity. There we go. So as you can see, it's created a nice cracked kind of effect on the Call of Duty text. And I'm now going to create a new layer. And I'm just going to create some random white and black dots. So I'm just going to select my circle brush. Yeah. And I'm going to make it very soft. And about 500 pixels. I'm just going to create some, on a new layer, I'm going to create some black dots just everywhere. I'm going to select the layer effect to soft light here. And I'm going to do the same again, but I'm going to do it white all over the design. And do again soft light. So as you can see, it's just added some more light hotspots, which I think is pretty nice. So from here on, feel free to fiddle, do what you like with the text. It's just some things that I found which I quite like, and hopefully it will help you when creating your own text. Just a reminder, you can, of course, use your own letters. You don't have to use the words Call of Duty or Black Ops. I thought it'd be pretty fun to see what people can come up with. For example, I was considering changing the text to God of COD and so on. So feel free to leave a video response of a speed art or progression if you use this in any of your designs. Come and leave a like and a comment. So thanks for watching, and check back soon.